About 55 years ago, Federal Republic of Nigeria has now a lot of big cities and small rural ones. Still, there's still people trying to revert it back to those old ways. Nigeria looks how it does today, mainly being it was a British colony. The border is the result of lines being drawn on the map when the European had powers. The effects of British being a colony of Nigeria still shows today. For example, English is still the official language, but to the people it's the secondary language, with the 500 different languages from their tribes still being used today. Today, 2/3 of Nigerians are under poverty, with the government being almost non-existent in some areas, letting terror groups begin. Nigeria is a conservative society. It comes from that it's very religious, so it remains conservative because of the authority in the government and does not allow free speech or assembly. Parties of Nigeria consists of ACD, AD, APC, ADC, APGA, APPA, APP, ARP. Those are just a few of them. There's more than that. There's a list about almost at least 16 to 20, but the main ones all consisting of fourth republics. Most of the newer parties are new and are not fully developed. The political parties are regional and based off ethnicity-based, usually are a fragmented multi-party system, which means parties are formed around individual and, once again, religion-based things. And there's two major parties: the PDP, I'm going to butcher this, so Party of Alukumis Ogbo's the current president, which is good luck, Jonathan's party, and finally the Congress of Progress Challenge, CPC, of the past president of 2009 from 2011. Election procedures are, for president elections, needs a majority to win, uses a secondary ballot. Presidents must receive 25% of all votes cast in second and thirds of all states. The Senate has 109 senators, 3 from each of the 36 states and 1 from Abuja. The House of Representatives has 360 members from single-member districts of plurality. The PDP currently holds a majority in both houses. INEC stands for Independent National Election Commission, which was created to help limitize the Nigerian election process. It was viewed as corrupt during the 2007 election. New reforms helped make the 2011 election free and fair, the first Nigerian one in history. Same-day registration, for example, and local result verification, and cleaning up the votes afterward. The current president of Nigeria is Buhari, who was sworn in on May 29, 2015. He became president by winning the general election. Roles of the President of Nigeria consists of signing bills, referring back to the National Assembly, summoning and appointing National Assembly, appointing Supreme Court Justices of Nigeria, calling a national referendum in terms of Act of Parliamentary, and other things. Laws in Nigeria are created with an 11-step system. The stage 1 is orientation of the bill. It goes through 3 different stages: Executive the bill, Senate the bill, and House the bill. Stage 2 is interval reviewing of the bill, rules of and business community of rules and procedures. Stage 3 is gazetting of the bill. This gives members of the public notice that a new bill is being considered. Stage 4, first reading. The clerk reads a short title of the bill and tables it before the Speaker and Senate and the President. Stage 5, second reading. This is when the bill is debated for the first time. And Stage 6, committee stage. Committee of the whole House and standing committee. Stage 7, committee report. Chairperson of the committee reports progress in the bill. Stage 8, third reading. This is when the bill is debated for the final time. Stage 9, clean copy of the bill signed by the clerk of the House. Then Stage 10, conversion. Both Senate and House representatives pass the bill, and then Stage 11, President assignment. The President signs it, and it becomes a law. The Federal and Executive Committee, important committee EFEC, made up of the President, VP, and the government administers. Main task making sure laws are being enforced international-wide. In Nigeria, there are 3 different ways in becoming a citizen. Under Nigeria Constitution in 1999, one may be a citizen either by birth, reservation, or naturalization. A citizen by birth is a citizen that was born within Nigeria or whose family members, like parents or grandparents, have been born in Nigeria themselves or that have lived there prior of moving. The president of Nigeria is also allowed to register any person to be a citizen of Nigeria as well, as if, long as he satisfies the person's character and it shows good intentions for the country. Any person can become a citizen of Nigeria, however, they must satisfy the following conditions. Must be a person of full age and capacity, a person of good character, has shown clear intention of be docile in Nigeria, is the opinion of the governor where he plans to reside to be acceptable to the local community, has made is capable of able to contribute or to advance progress as well of being in Nigeria, has taken the oath of alliance, has resided in Nigeria of a period of 15 years, has resided in Nigeria for a period of 12 months preceding the stay in Nigeria for periods amounting in agreement less than 15 years. However, there are some current issues that we need to talk about in Nigeria, like for example, corruption, poor governance, political instability, unemployment, population explosion, religious and ethnic conflicts. Bringing back our girls is not just a hashtag on Instagram in Nigeria. It's a way for the citizens to fight back. For 2 years ago, since Boko Haram terror group kidnapped over 200 girls in Chibok, Nigeria, the struggle is to find them and protect the education for all rights of girls in Nigeria. This is more urgent than ever. Worldwide, this is spreading. With this hashtag going viral, it gives girls and women everywhere in Nigeria hope and reassurance and a voice. It lets them feel more comfortable in going to school once again. Still, not many, almost over 6 million children are not in school, with over 57% being female. With this hashtag going out, it gave more chance. With now more problems with Boko Haram, a terrorist group that has started in 2002, its main focus are Muslim beliefs. Even though they don't care about the president itself being Muslim or not, it is mainly extended to military campaigning. It has no beliefs in Western sides of education. It has no with whatsoever. Most of the terrorist group's attacks have been against schools and other forms of areas that children have been going to, but mainly the youth has been targeted for going to school, mainly females. The terrorist group has been recruiting younger boys by setting up Islamic school. Families from other countries and inside Nigeria themselves, not enough money and poor lifestyles, have been sending their kids there for education. However, the education was really a way for the terrorist group to have kids, soldiers, recruits. Just recently, things just started looking up about this terrorist group. 21 of the 200 girls have been found in October 2016. This is a good side. There have been finally an end, and most of the fighters so far in the group have been seized and weapons have been taken away. So far, the terrorist group has been died down and not as big of a threat as it once was. Poverty has risen with almost 100 million people living on less than $1 a day. Despite the denied growth in substantial incomes, poverty has fallen quite a bit in quite a couple of months.